Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another DeFRaG demo review. My name is, of course, Crazy Al. This is WarCup 362, and we are looking at the map wub-alprazolam. Alprazolam, more commonly known under the name Xanax, of course, which some of our viewers may be familiar with. But yeah, it's a pretty cool rocket map. It's got some weird OB stuff on it, I think. I recall people talking about that at the time. Get a quick look at the results. Not too many demos. Got 9 in VQ3, 14 in CPM. Got some really some big names up there though, so I'm very excited to get into these demos. But yeah, why don't we get started with VQ3, of course, as is the tradition. Cool. Starting off with Kotiara 21.0. Let's go. Well, pretty simple strafe section at the start. And then go through here, you get some rockets. Nice rockets by Kotiara here. Actually really good. I like this. I like the use of the plus back key, of course, as always. Very well played. Next up, we have a 20.0 from Shihua. Let's go. Oh dear, the names have disappeared again. That's not good. Yeah, apologies. The player names have disappeared from the config once more. This is quite an old map. Yeah, you're correct. But yeah, nice run by Shihua. I'm going to very quickly try and fix the config because it shouldn't take too much effort. It really should not. I know what I've done. It's because I changed the config before going live, and that often breaks it. Well, let me just try and fix this here. And I'll also check out how old the map actually is. Bear with me just a minute. Apologies for this. Okay, now. Ooh, I don't know if that's worked. I don't think that's worked. Oh well, right. The map. Where is the map from? The map is 2011, so it's not as old as I thought, but it's definitely old. Raven is up next with a sub 20, 19.9. Let's pray that the config is working. It's not. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I tried this map for a little bit during the week. I didn't really submit because I just couldn't get a clean run. Yo, let's go, Raven with the pre-fire. What a G. Nice rockets to the end, and a clean sub 20. I'm going to try once more to fix this config. If it doesn't work, then just leave it at that. And yeah, I apologize. Don't know why it wouldn't work. Worked every other time. No. Why has it done that? Okay, I'm very sorry to do this, but just bear with me. One moment. I think I may be able to fix it. Okay, let's give this a try. We're back in the. It's a terrific show. It always has been. Never wasn't. All right, moving on. Another 19.7 this time from Gad from Ukraine. And it works. I don't know why it works. I don't know why it didn't work before. All I did was relaunch the game. Okay, let's go. Oh, nice. That was very clean. I want to see that again. I mean, and a pre-fire. Yeah, it looked like it kind of worked. It wasn't quite straight. You know what I mean? It wasn't quite plumb. But, you know, it worked. I just want to point this out. for anyone who may have missed it. Really clever movement here, good decision. So right here on the end, lands right on the edge of this, then just strafes off the side. A couple of ground frames is going to help him turn, but doesn't jump right there. And here we can see the pre-fire for the fans. Again, quite lined up that well, but it looks like it does help him at least a little bit. It's a wee bit late as well, or early, depending on how you look at it. But yeah, very well played from Gad. Next up into the 18s, 18.9 from Radio Koala. Let's go Radio Koala. Nice, good cornering here. Barely making it into that teleporter. Pre-fire? Nah, doesn't need it. Good entrance to the second level. Well played. You can tell he's happy with that. Yeah, lots of up and down on that one. Next up, 18.6 from Sinat. Or Existence, if you prefer. About half beat. Keeping it tight on this corner. Oh, another pre-fire. Although that one looked even later, perhaps. We'll check it out once more. It's a pretty short map, so I don't mind doing a lot of replays here. I just want to take a deep dive, slow-mo. I'll do a VAR. Do a VAR check on that rocket, see if it worked or not. Yeah, actually, it did. Nice, well played. Okay, moving into the top 3, and this is where things get serious. As you can see, we're going from 18.6 to 16.9. It is King Delta and the top 3. Let's go. Very smooth. No pre-fire. Oh, ceiling bug though. Let's go. That was just very clean. Like, he lands like off the side of the map here. Not the side of the map, but you know what I mean. Creative use of the available geometry right there. And then like, yeah, shoots very like slightly early, you know what I mean? And there he gets into the ceiling. I don't know if the ceiling bug really worked there. It looked like it didn't quite, but who knows? Either way, excellent run from Delta, of course. And next up, we have another 16.8 this time from Liths. Someone we don't see too often. Definitely not in VQ3. I don't think I've ever seen a VQ3 Liths demo, to be honest. Actually, no, I think we did do one. It was for a demo of the week, and it was on an old DFWC map. Anyway, here we have Liths and CPM and the WarCup. There's that ground frame turn again around that corner. Is he going to do one here as well? Oh, not quite. Actually kind of takes his time coming through that teleporter. No fancy pre-fire, no ceiling bug, just straight up rockets to the end. But yeah, it does the same ground frame that someone else did previous right here. Doesn't jump, just slides off the edge and steps up onto the next platform. Could have done it there, to be honest, but decided not to. Good VQ3 rockets. And a solid finish. Well played. Next up we have Frog, who is just about 100 milliseconds faster than Liths. 16.7, and it's not too often. I'm happy to see Frog do so well on a weapon map. Not to say that he's not commonly known for it, but he's more commonly known for the VQ3 strafe side of course. I'm sure many will know. But yeah, it's always nice to see a Frog demo. Let's see. Do. Nice. Any pre-fire? Oh. Straight up rockets, mate. Just pure rockets. Oh, nice little Pospieszka at the end. here we have the off the side again. And does the same thing here, going a little wide. Everyone else sort of went round the left side of that middle pillar. Very low to the ground, these rockets. All the energy is focused on going forwards as opposed to going up. Keeps it very tight around these corners as well. I mean, it almost looks like he skims here, which he doesn't. He does take the ground frame though. I don't think it's a skim. Yeah, very low to the ground. Rockets here, and then lovely Osybieshka. Great stuff. Well played from Frog. But that's not all. We do have some demos of the week, and we've got some Frog demos of the week as well. Only one in VQ3 actually, so let's go. This is a map called Greenery, 26.4 by Frog. Looks like Minecraft. Like a Minecraft map. Very, very Minecraft. Nice. Oh, the backwards strafe, look at this. Oh, backwards half beat? What are you doing, Frog? That's sick, let's go. I mean, it's like, it's not much harder than backward strafing in general, but it just looks really cool. It's very swaggy. Yeah, nice, really nice route, very tight around all of these corners, using that inverted ramp to push himself down into this ramp, then the backwards half-beat strafes. Very cool looking towards the end. Okay, next up we have a run from Likey, and I love showing Likey runs, especially on maps like this. So we got 21.4 on an insane plasma map, which is just Likey's favourite thing. Let's go. Nice. So much control here required. Oh, the jump. Yeah, these VQ3 plasma maps like this are so precise and take so much practice and effort to get good. This is indeed like delicious, yeah. Yeah, all of your inputs and all of your very precise angles that you use on the wall here are very, very important. You can see right at the start here, as he changes walls, right at the beginning, use a plus back, just to give him that extra bit of oomph towards that direction, you know, that's the tiniest little thing will help. And then the precision here to land right on the edge, and then finds that angle once more. Why did the angle disappear? There it is. Again, nice spacing, a little bit of a ground frame to do a little circle jump. Such precision rather. I almost said preciseness. And then to change from a wall like that and just keep your momentum, yeah, it's insane. This is god level plasma. Well, maybe not god level plasma. I think Likey might not appreciate that, but like very, very, very highly skilled. And then this kind of thing as well, like the drop and catching yourself with the plasma. You can't, like, you're falling the entire time, you know what I mean? You're just guiding yourself towards the floor. And there we have it. Excellent, excellent. And he even goes out a little bit to the left before going back to the right to give him that extra push. So yeah. Someone in the chat asks, why no CabCorp VQ3 task demos? I actually asked CabCorp this one time, why does he only do CPM? And he basically just said that, he basically just said that VQ3 isn't as interesting for him to make task demos for. I think was the gist of his answer. So there, yeah, exactly. More to abuse in CPM for sure. There's more tricks you can utilize and things like that. Speaking of CPM, let's get stuck right into it. We've got a whole bunch of runs. Starting off 19.9 by Cosmonaut. Interesting circle jump. Take it. Nice. DQ3 rockets. Was this Cosmonaut? I think it is Cosmonaut. Let's double check, make sure I'm not misnaming anyone. It is Cosmonaut. Well played with the 19.9. Next up, 19.3 from Sniper. Sniper. Shoutouts to Draconics in the chat. Oh, watch yourself. And just taking it easy to the end. Yeah, that'll do. Well played. Next up we have Radio Koala once again. Big jump from the 19s down to the 16s. 16.6 for Radio. Nice. I'm pretty sure that worked out. I don't need to VAR check that rocket. That was very well done by Radio Koala. Next up, 16.5 from Footsie. Or Futsy, however you say it. Footloose. Nice. That was good, like, second floor right there. I appreciate that. Next up, Raven. Let's go. 16.4. Yeah, Raven absolutely moving up the ranks. Donald was saying this earlier. Every time he sees a Raven demo, he gets better. Future DeFRaG WarCup. First place runner. There's the pre-fire. I think he was going a little bit too fast for that. But still, solid finish there by Raven. Well played. Next up, 15.9 from Deku. I'm not saying that name. Don't stoop that low. I know Cause is probably laughing right now. This one working? Oh, I'm not too sure actually. Didn't quite see it. I'm gonna VAR check that rocket. I think maybe. I think it kind of looked like he got the boost from it. Possibly. Oh no, that's... Well, actually, I think a little. I think he got a little bit, but I think the rocket hit a little too soon to get the full effect. But still, nice run. Next up, another 15 points. 15.9. So close between these two runs, by the way. There we have Syntax. That's the space unit. Shoutouts to strafe maps that become rocket maps. Okay, that was interesting. Was that just a double jump through the teleporter? Or did he get like a kind of weird bounce there? What was that? He seemed to go really high after that teleporter. Is it just a double jump? Let's find out. No, it's not. Like that second jump out of the or the first jump out of the teleporter. Because he's in the air when he comes out of the teleporter, so you can't... Oh, you can do a double jump through a telly like that, can you? Well, I mean, I guess it's close enough. Probably is just a double jump, to be honest. But he looks like he gets kind of weird height from that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it. Look at that. He kind of pops up. Yeah, maybe it is just a double jump. Whatever. Nice run, anyway, by Syntax. Well played. Next up, 15.8 from Gimrock. Let's go. I'm trying to pay very close attention to anything that looks a little bit suspicious, because I know there's some weird, funky stuff going on here, possibly overbounce related. I'm not really sure. This map was played a while ago. I remember at the time people were talking about it, talking about some weird OB stuff. I'm going to play that again since I just talked over it. Yeah, good start. Nice spacing. Solid speed here, and then hits that inverted ramp at the top. So good entry speed to that second floor. Well played. Next up, 15.6 from Capiche. Let's go. Looking a wee bit faster here. Nice. Oh, the ceiling bug as well. Definitely got it. Oh, that's an unfortunate ending. Kind of gets bumped around. Kind of bumps into some things. Some of those pillars. The end, costing them precious milliseconds. Yeah, it does do a pre-fire here, and it looks like it was pretty effective. Actually, no, didn't help him at all. But ceiling bug is definitely in effect. And then unfortunate, the bump on these pillars at the end. Well played from Capiche. Next up, 15.5 from Pillow. Let's go. Okay, slightly tighter start. The left side. There's that double jump again. I guess it is just a double jump. Oh, that one looked effective. Nice. Pillow, I think, is a wee bit happy with that. It just seemed to, like, turn off the rockets at the end because he just wanted to finish. I'm bar checking that rocket, although I'm pretty confident that it was a good pre-fire. Oh, perfect. And yeah, no more rockets, just AD to the end. Get you that good time. Well played. Top 5 as well. Nice, let's go. Next up, a name I'm not familiar with. Yeah, Hardcore. 15.1. Hardcore. Nice, good. Oh, almost, well, kind of good snaps on the beginning. It's pretty tight though. Oh, pre-fire. Oh, good though. Like, good rocket on that. Yeah, that ending was kind of unfortunate. But it was a nice rocket on the inverted ramp at the top. But yeah, the minus 200 ups at the end is definitely not what you want. Yeah, this is solid. Like, the speed from this plus bike, look at this, 1130 out of there, and then just not aiming low enough, and the timing was just off for the Potsibiashka. But yeah, nice run nonetheless, 4th place. Alright, moving into top 3, we have 14.9 from a prolific DFWC mapper, Zeal. Let's go. Okay, that's interesting. I think the OB, is that like, I don't know what happens. And yeah, that is definitely effective. Nice. That once more. So I don't really know the if there's a purpose to the. Oh, wait a minute, actually, let me just start that again. Maybe I'm just seeing things. So it double jumps off this and then lands with about 700 and then gets 800 like right after. So there is an OB there, very, very small horizontal OB. And see, I'll show you that once more in slow-mo. Double jump off of the wall here. It's totally legal. It's 100% legal. But yeah, I can't imagine that that would be a fun thing to grind. I knew there was something on this note. So this map was from 2011. This was before maps were compiled with no OB. So maps these days are compiled in such a way that there's no chance of accidental OBs. I can't imagine that that was intentional. These days, like I say, maps are compiled in such a way that you don't get accidental OBs, and then you put the OB in the map or something like that. I don't know. But basically, it's just to get rid of random OBs. So, or you don't. Apparently, you don't have to compile with no OB. I don't know. Okay, but these days, there's no chance of accidental OBs, or at least there shouldn't be. There's no excuse, rather. So yeah, that's mainly to prevent random OBs, which can give you random speed boost or random I don't know. Mostly on ramps it would happen, I think. And sometimes it can just kill your speeds. Well, that, however, is not a random OB. Like DeFRaG says in the chat, it is stable. That means it's legal. Random OBs are not legal for WarCup. So, generally speaking, if you're running a very old map, I think pre 2013 maybe. That might be a bit late. I'm not sure, but around that time, you kind of want to play the maps. If it doesn't have an intentional OB, you want to play with kill OBs 1, so that you don't get any random OBs. But anyway, moving on. 14.5 from City, and I expect to see maybe no. Okay, doesn't do it. Instant rocket out of the teleporter, though it didn't really give him that much speed. Well, yeah, very swift, very swift. It's good just to do that, even if that rocket isn't giving you like, excellent speed out of the teleporter. It still seems like a good idea to me. Rocket as soon as you come through there. I believe that it spawns you in the air, that teleporter exit, so I don't think you can do any teleporter slick to get that instant boost. But yeah, well played. Okay, moving on to the first place run from King Delta and a significant time jump. From 14.5 down to 12.6. Huge increase. So yeah, let's see what kind of craziness goes on here. There's that OB. Gets it slightly earlier than Zeal. So that's going to help him a fair bit. No pre-fire, but so much speed, and oh my god, there's that. That ceiling ball gave him so much speed. Okay, so instantly there's the double jump which gets him to the OB height, and then when he lands, boom, instant 100 ups boost. Very much. And then he does another like double jump here. Or not a double jump, but he jumps on that. I don't think it's really relevant. Comes through, jump to the wall. There's your very interesting ground boost. And then, wow, 1900 before the ramp. Double jump on the ramp. There's the ceiling boost. 1320 from that. Or was that a ceiling bug? I don't know. It's not obvious. If it is, it's not obvious. It looks close enough. I think the most impressive part of this run, other than all of it, is the ground boost through this telly, or after the telly. Like, it's such a weird looking ground boost. Look at that. He ground boosts to the rocket while going to the left, and then turns around and actually gets a ground boost while turning to the right. It's pretty crazy. Is it world record? I'm not sure. I can check right now. Let me just double check. I'll play the demo while I do this, so you're not just sitting looking at the menu. That is indeed the current world record. And Lith is currently holding the VQ3 world records. What was the time in VQ3? It was by frogs. 16.7. Lith achieved us. Actually, no. This was it's an offline demo, so yeah, this is the unofficial world record. But Lith's demo is online, so this is the, as far as the leaderboard is concerned, world record. But Delta's run was online, so that is an official proved world record. But anyway, demos of the week once more, CPM edition, and we're going to see a frog playing a CPM map. Not something you see too often, but it's a pleasure. This really has been Frog Day today. Got 2 frog demos, and the 2 frog demos of the week rather, and then Frog in the WarCup, which we don't see too often. But that is always nice when we do. This map is super tight in some of these areas. There you go, over the top. Legal strats. Big jump. Very tight. Onto the slick. Straight to the finish line. Let's go. Really nice run by Frog. And again, it's yeah, you don't often see CPM runs by Frog. Mostly known for his skill in VQ3 strafe, of course. Great stuff. Excellent finish. Well played. Alright, last but not least, we have Cool Bricks 2, 37.9 by Quasar. Excellent CPM strafer. Look at that. Look at that. The full length. Closing that window so efficiently. Oh my god, look at this. Excellent stuff. Some people in the chat are not happy about the strafe demos of the week. I mean, I'm a weapon player myself, of course, but I mean, Rocket Gang forever. But it is a pleasure to see someone manage their snap zones this well. Yeah, this is excellent. This is a fantastic run. Incredibly smooth. Yeah, closing every window in the house. Excellent stuff. Yo, shout outs to Dr. Snow in the chat. Absolute legend. No one Podsibieshkas. No one Podsibieshkas in strafe maps, unfortunately. But yeah, that's all the demos we have for you today. Sorry, Snow, you've kind of come in at the end of the show. Since Snow's here, we can show the top 1 runs again. Why not? Not often that I do this, so very appreciative of this. But yeah, Frog and the VQ3, the unofficial world records on this map. And there's a little Podsibieshka for you. See that once more. Purely for the Podsibieshka slow-mo. Different snow. Pause. Different snow. Oh. Look at this. Beautiful. And of course, in CPM, we had Delta. I mean, look at the difference here. 14.5 to 12.6. Insane. Insane difference. Does a little jump here to give him a weird OB boost start. Gives him an extra 100 ups there or thereabouts. Crazy ground boost. Ceiling bug, probably. It's just crazy. Yeah, if you're not familiar with like this kind of DeFrag stuff, does a double jump on this ledge. And then when he lands, you'll see him go from about 650 to 800. Pretty crazy. That gives him a little horizontal overbounce. And then this ground boost coming through goes over here. Rockets facing left and then very quickly switches sides. That's a crazy ground boost. And then the ceiling bug. Absolutely mental. There's so much going on in this 12.5-second run. It's actually mental. Sorry, once more at full speed for the fans. Oh, that ground boost is mental. Excellent, excellent stuff from Delta. Well, that's all the runs we have for you today. There's another look at the leaderboards from this WarCup. Some excellent runs. Good run from Pillow. Shout outs to Gimrock as well. Who else? Sanat, I think, had a pretty cool run. Zeal, of course, just solid. Zeal was the first one to show us the OB weirdness on the map. But yeah, massive shout outs to all these gamers, of course. I have been Crazy Al. This has been WarCup 362. Wub-alprazolam. And yeah, it's been a terrific show. Thank you all for watching. I'll be back tomorrow at some point with another WarCup stream, of course, around about the same time. This is your first time viewing. Then yeah, I try and do these daily about this time. And just before I go, actually, just a very, very quick reminder that some kind people in the DeFrag Discord and DeFrag community are indeed trying to help provide aid to Ukrainian DeFraggers in Russian-controlled territories at this time. Please, if you can, donate to the email address through PayPal that you see on your screen right now, and it will go a long way to help some people who are suffering very hard times right now. The money goes to a person, I think it was CMC. Please correct me if I'm wrong. They have handled money before in the community for DeFrag World Cup prize pools, so it is a trustworthy destination that your money will be going to, and then distributed evenly between those players. So yeah, it's a very unfortunate thing to have to ask, but you know, that's just the state of the world right now. But yeah, thank you all for watching once again. You've been beautiful. I've been crazy. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye bye now.